Hello everyone, welcome back to Canada Immigration Matters. This is a continuation of the video on the express entry process for 2024, and we're going to walk you through how to create an express entry profile. This step-by-step guide will walk you through everything you need to know to successfully apply and boost your chances of receiving an invitation to apply. We stopped at step 1 in the last video. Let us continue with step 2, which is a required education credential assessment, ECA. An ECA report is required for several reasons. 1. The ECA report verifies that your foreign education is equivalent to a Canadian diploma, degree, or certificate. This ensures that your educational qualifications are recognized by Canadian authorities and employers. 2. For immigration programs like the Federal Skilled Worker Program under Express Entry, an ECA is mandatory. It helps determine your eligibility and can increase your CRS score by awarding points for your education. 3. Some PNPs also require an ECA to verify your education credentials as part of their application process. How to obtain an ECA report? To obtain an ECA report, choose an organization designated by IRCC to provide ECA reports. The designated organizations include World Education Services, WES, the International Credential Assessment Service of Canada, ICAS, the Comparative Education Service, CES, International Qualifications Assessment Service, IQAS, International Credential Evaluation Service, ICES, Medical Council of Canada, for doctors, and Pharmacy Examining Board of Canada, for pharmacists. You will then gather and submit the necessary educational documents, such as transcripts and certificates, to the organization of your choice. Each organization has specific document requirements and procedures for submission. Their fees vary, depending on the organization and the type of assessment you require. After submitting your documents and fees, the organization will evaluate your credentials and issue an ECA report. Once the assessment is complete, you will receive your ECA report, which you can use for your immigration application. Which assessing agency provides the quickest ECA report? World Education Services, WES, is generally known for providing the quickest ECA reports. WES typically processes ECA applications within 7 business days after receiving all required documents. However, processing times can vary, so it's advisable to check current timelines on the WES website or other designated organizations' websites. Now to step 3, which is to find your National Occupation Classification, NOC. What is your skill type? Your skill type is classified based on the NOC system. It defines occupations by skill level and type, which are categorized into Skill Type 0. These are management jobs. Skill Level A. These are professional jobs that usually require a university degree. Skill Level B. These are technical jobs and skilled trades that usually require a college diploma or apprenticeship training. Skill Level C. This includes intermediate jobs that usually require high school and/or job-specific training. Skill Level D. This would include labor jobs that usually require on-the-job training without previous experience. Another important question is this: how can I match my job details to the NOC code job details? To match your job details to the NOC code job details, first, you need to identify your job title by using the most accurate job title that describes your position. To search the NOC database, you need to use the NOC database available on the Government of Canada's website. The link is in the video description section. You can compare your job duties, responsibilities, and educational requirements with those listed under the potential NOC codes. You need to verify the lead statement and main duties to ensure that your job aligns closely with the lead statement and the main duties listed for the NOC code. How much is the application fee for express entry? So that you know, there is no cost for creating an express entry profile. However, if you receive an invitation to apply for permanent residence, the application fee consists of several components. Processing fee for the principal applicant, $1,365, includes the right of permanent residence fee of $515. Spouse or common law partner, $1,365, includes the right of permanent residence fee of $515. Dependent child, $230 per child. If applicable, the biometrics fee is $85 per person or $170 for a family. Step 4. Gather documents while waiting for ITA. What are the documents you need to submit an express entry application? To submit an express entry application, you need to provide a variety of documents to prove your eligibility and support your claims in the application. Here's a list of the essential documents. A valid passport or travel document is required for identity verification and travel purposes. Proof of language proficiency in English, IELTS or CELPIP, or French, TEF or TCF, must be submitted. Ensure the test results are less than 2 years old at the time of application. If you have foreign education credentials, you need an ECA to show that your education is equivalent to a Canadian diploma or degree. If applicable, you should provide documents such as employment letters, pay stubs, and tax documents to prove Canadian work experience. You will need proof of funds, which is the evidence that you have sufficient funds to settle in Canada, unless you are currently working in Canada or have a valid job offer. Acceptable documents include bank statements and official letters from financial institutions. You will require a medical exam conducted by a panel physician approved by IRCC. You will provide police certificates from every country you have lived in for 6 months or more since the age of 18 to prove you have no criminal record. You need to provide recent passport-sized photos. If you are married, a marriage certificate is required. If you are divorced or widowed, divorce or death certificates are necessary. If applicable, you must provide documents to prove your relationship to a Canadian citizen or permanent resident, such as birth certificates or family records. If applicable, you will provide a valid job offer from a Canadian employer, along with a copy of the Labor Market Impact Assessment, LMIA. Also, provide a copy of your provincial nomination certificate if you are applying through a PNP. You can provide additional documents such as legal name change documents if you have changed your name. You can also provide proof of your work experience such as reference letters, employment contracts, and pay stubs for work experience claimed outside of Canada. In addition, if you have adopted children, you should present the adoption papers. Let us go to step 5 on our list, showing the process for submitting your application and receiving an invitation to apply, if you are lucky. We will also answer the question, what time to submit the PR application? An ITA is issued to candidates in the express entry pool who have the highest CRS scores during a particular express entry draw. Once you receive an ITA, you have 60 days to submit a complete application for permanent residence. After receiving an ITA, follow these steps to submit your application. Assemble all necessary documents listed in the ITA, including language test results, educational credential assessments, proof of funds, police certificates, medical exams, and other supporting documents. Log into your Express Entry profile and complete the online application form, ensuring all information is accurate and matches your supporting documents. Pay the application fees. Scan and upload all required documents to your online profile. Once you have completed the form and uploaded all documents, review your application and submit it electronically. What is the best time to submit a Canada PR application? Submitting your application promptly and accurately can help expedite the processing and reduce the likelihood of delays. The best time to submit your application is as soon as possible after receiving an ITA, ensuring that all your documents are ready and accurate. How much is the Express Entry proof of funds for an applicant? The amount of money required to immigrate to Canada varies depending on several factors, such as the immigration program you apply under, the number of family members accompanying you, and your destination province. However, for Express Entry applicants, the current proof of funds requirement is as follows. For a single applicant, $12,960. For a couple, 2 persons, $16,135. For a family of 3, $19,836. For a family of 4, $24,083. Additionally, note that these funds must be readily available and not necessarily shown as cash. They can also include funds in savings accounts, investments, etc. If everything has gone well, you will get to step 6, which is passport request and visa stamping. If your application is approved, you'll receive a request from IRCC to submit your passport for visa stamping. This request will typically come through your online account. You'll need to follow the instructions provided and submit your passport within the specified time frame. Visa stamping. After you've submitted your passport, IRCC will stamp the permanent resident visa in your passport and return it to you. If you're already in Canada, you may be able to submit your passport at a local IRCC office for stamping. Confirmation of Permanent Residence, COPR. Once your passport has been stamped, you'll receive a confirmation of COPR document. This document confirms your status as a permanent resident of Canada and includes important information such as your immigrant visa number and expiry date. Travel to Canada. Lastly, with your COPR and stamped passport, you can travel to Canada as a permanent resident. Make sure to carry these documents with you when you travel, as you'll need to show them to immigration officials upon arrival in Canada. In conclusion, it's essential to carefully follow all instructions provided by IRCC throughout the application process to ensure a smooth and successful outcome. If you have any questions or concerns, you can contact Chugo Immigration Services for professional assistance. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more updates on Canadian immigration. Thanks for watching.